Hello, hello. How you been? Are you alright, guys?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to start with our book. We will be checking something. We have some homework, with what you read in the grammar. But I'm gonna explain that grammar in a moment. Not yet. But I don't know. Not yet. So we are still in unit three. Vale. So the grammar, ahorita lo vemos. We're going to here be taking this spelling and write the past simple of the regular verbs. Bueno, past simple, ya sabemos de esos regular verbs que solamente se le agrega ed. Work, said, wanted, tried, studied, arrived, lived, spoke, stop, plan. Yeah. Here, the G is a little bit complicated because of pronunciation, and especially Latin American people, we don't know how to identify the sound. It's a little bit complicated to identify, ¿vale? But most of the time, we just add ed or d or ied. For example, try and study tienen la terminación y, entonces omitimos la y, ya no escribimos y, y escribimos id. However, the pronunciation is, it varies, it varies. Sometimes when we have short verbs or like short words like this, stop and plan, it is like we double the consonant. The last consonant we double. La última consonante la repetimos. We repeat. Yeah? Or we make it double. Yeah? Stop, plan. I don't know why it has to be with punctuation. Tiene que ver con punctuation, spelling. Yeah? ¿Vale? Entonces, yeah. So these are the verbs. ¿Vale? Vamos a la pronunciation. Yeah. Tomorrow it is going to be a class of pronunciation. ¿Vale? Vamos a hacer una clase de pronunciación. Vamos a dedicar el día de mañana para pronunciation. Okay, we have look, visit, stay, work, see, play, ask, phone, want, hope, answer, and enjoy. ¿Vale? Aquí ya tenemos las three categories. The three main categories of the pronunciation of the verb. La primera es t. La segunda, the second one is the. The last one, the third one, eat. So, no vamos a decir look at, ni stay at. Y al revés, cuando se tiene que pronunciar, when we have to pronounce, no la pronuncian, y en vez de decir, bueno, dicen visit, en vez de decir visited. Yeah. La última, the last one, we pronounce visited. Las demás no. Las demás ligeramente el sonido como t, ligeramente como t. Entonces sería, en vez de decir look at, look. The second one, en vez de decir stay it, vamos a decir stay it. Y bueno, visited, entre otros. ¿Ya? Listen and classify. Tienen que clasificar. Classify the categories. These, the verbs that you have here, los verbos que tenemos aquí, in past, you have to classify. Word. Sería t, the, o it. Word.
The. Ah, no, la T.
Yes. Word. Ah. Bueno, ahorita lo listen to different pronunciation because mine sometimes it is a little bit complicated and difficult, ¿vale? Listen and classify the different categories, different pronunciation, please.
3.4
We are on page 31.
Pronunciation. Past
Exercise.
simple. T, d, id. T,
looked, worked, past, hoped,
d,
stayed, cleaned, played, phoned, answered, enjoyed,
id.
visited, wanted.
Three point four. Pronunciation. Past simple. T, d, id. T,
Looked, worked, past, hoped,
d,
stayed, cleaned, played, phoned, answered, enjoyed,
id.
visited, wanted.
All right. So we classify, ahí ya tenemos la clasificación. Entonces, con T, so look, aparte de look, word, a, y hope, yeah? No, hope it, no, hope. Look, con the, stay, clean, play, phone, answer, enjoy. Enjoy, answer, phone, play, clean, stay. Y los únicos dos que suenan, visited, wanted. Visited, wanted. Hay más, obviamente, como invited, among others. ¿Vale? Okay. So don't forget, please practice pronunciation, practice tu pronunciación, repítanlo para que te ayuden y mejoren su pronunciación. Okay. So look at the pronunciation of was y were. Mañana dedicado a media hora por lo menos a pronunciation, ¿vale? Tienen que ver dos videos. Les voy a compartir los videos temprano para que lo veamos. Lo podemos ver juntos. Igual, estaba pensando en dejar media hora que los vean juntos sin necesidad de conectarse y practicar, ¿vale? Haciendo oraciones. Okay, number 8. Look at the pronunciation of what and where. Remember, what and where are the simple past of the verb to be. El pasado del verb to be, what and where. Listen and practice the sentences. Más o menos vayan leyéndolas. You start reading, so you familiarize a little bit with the pronunciation. Yeah. Read them in your mind or read them out loud with your microphone off. And we're gonna listen. We're gonna listen in a moment. Just 1 minute. Ready?
3.5 Pronunciation of was and were. 1.
He was walking home.
What was he doing?
2.
They were playing football.
What were they doing?
3.
He wasn't listening.
They weren't enjoying the party.
One more time, but this time I would like you to repeat. Yeah, listening and repeat the sentences with your microphone on.
3.5. Pronunciation of was and were. 1,
He was walking home.
What was he doing?
2,
They were playing football.
What were they doing?
3,
He wasn't listening.
They weren't enjoying the party.
Okay, it's up to you that you pronounce, but I highly recommend that you practice pronunciation on, because sometimes we don't have the time. Or you say, oh yeah, pronunciation class. Okay, guys, so we're gonna press some by on this. I'm going to explain a little bit of past simple and past continuous. So I'm going to share the link here in a moment. Okay, so whenever you have a grammar point, I highly recommend this website, British Council Learn English. And then as you can see, the grammar is from A1 and A2, which is more or less our level, más o menos nuestro nivel, ¿no? So it's highly recommendable whenever you have a doubt, questions about the grammar, there you go. Okay? Past simple and past simple and past perfect, no? Well, we already know the past simple. Look at these sentences and see how the past continues. Past simple is when we talk about events that happen in a certain point in the past, or completed action, as well as past routine, something that you did repeatedly. When I was a boy, I played football with my neighbors. I don't do it anymore. Yesterday, I did my homework. Okay, but what about if we combine with past simple? Well, when I woke up this morning, look at these two sentences. When I woke up this morning, it was snowing. It was snowing. Just let's think about winter, December. Well, it doesn't happen here in Cuernavaca, but in other countries like USA and Canada, when I woke up this morning, it was snowing. Oh, it was raining. Yeah, snowing or it was raining. We have another sentence. I was sleeping when you called me. Yeah, you called me. So we can identify, we can combine past continuous. First, at the beginning, past simple, when I woke up, and then the past continuous. Or vice versa, first the past continuous, then past simple. Yeah. Here it is the past continuous. Remember, we have the verb to be, what or where, and ing form. Yeah, the same here, ing form. That's how we identify the past continuous. Forget, because the other, this one is just past simple. Okay. So now that we have identified, we're going to do the grammar explanation. Yeah. The past continuous and the past simple help us to show how two past tense actions or situations are connected. They are always connected. And let's talk about first the past simple. The past simple shows that an action was in the past, in the present, regular past simple verb, no? That they have ed forms like call, play, and on the other side, we've got irregular verbs that they depending on the verb, it's going to be different. Yeah, like wait, walk, break, broke, feel, fell, say, said. who speak, spoke, and all of those verbs only in positive sentences, solamente positive sentences. Porque si ya queremos decir negative, something different. Look at the examples of verbs. My parents called me yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Not today, yesterday. They called me. I woke up early this morning. This morning ya pasó, entonces I woke up. No puedo decir I wake up. Yeah, I woke up early this morning because it happened. It's finished. Then we have Sam. Sam played basketball when he was at university. Yeah. She is not at university anymore. She works in an international company. She plays basketball and then maybe not anymore, maybe yes, we don't know. Okay, what happens if I want to add negative form? ¿Qué pasa si quiero hacer negative form? Past simple. Then we need an auxiliary, and this auxiliary is very important. Didn't. This is our main auxiliary for past simple. And the verb changes. Ya no va a ser en pasado como esto. They change in infinitive form. Yes. It's infinitive form, no conjugation. No conjugation. No puedo hacer una oración como, like example, yesterday I not finished my homework. Yeah, this is incorrect, guys. Porque suelen poner así las oraciones. Incorrect. O luego ponen yesterday y don't it happened. Went to shopping. Luego me quieren poner así, tampoco incorrect. Yes, don't forget that is not correct. Yes, forget about this. Por eso tenemos el auxiliar didn't. Okay, so look at the sentences. My parents didn't call me yesterday. I didn't wake up early this morning. Yeah. Y bueno, aquí ya no es necesario, it's not necessary to write the verb in ed, solamente en positive sentences. Aquí ya el didn't lo significa que es pasado. Yeah, hello.
De las oraciones que nos puso ahí que son incorrectas, entonces, ¿cómo sería?
Yeah, like that. The example that we have here. I didn't finish my homework.
Lo que quería saber si lo de finish se ponía con el ed al final o ya que se estaba usando el auxiliar, ya no se ponía.
Ya no se pone así como lo estoy diciendo ahorita. Esa es la manera correcta.
Ok.
Didn't go shopping. Ya sería lo correcto. This is correct. This is correct. Those are incorrect. Yeah, like that.
Sí, profe.
Perfect. Yeah. Only the conjugation. Only the conjugation positive sentences. I see. Positive sentences. Yeah. Here it is correct. For negative. Okay. So we continue. What happens if I want to make a question? Más o menos va la idea por ahí también. We use did when we make questions. Did you wake up this morning? Did you wake up early this morning? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah. Did Sam play basketball when he was at university? Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Esto ya lo tienen que saber. Yeah. This already you should know because if you were here with us in Celeste, probably you were in another school or you studied sport, as simple, yeah. The same, lo mismo pasa, yeah. This is the correct way, no conjugation, and we have this, tenemos this. The same, a veces luego me ponen duda, do you wake up early? O luego me quieren poner Sam played basketball como pregunta, and this is incorrect, guys. Yeah, ahí está. That's the correct way to ask. La forma correcta con this. Yeah. Did plus subject plus verb is infinitive plus complement. And forget the question mark. Yeah, don't forget. Yeah. No se conjuga tampoco. You don't conjugate. Yeah, that's the correct way. ¿Vale? Pequeño repaso. Yeah, it's like a review because you already know. Yeah, you should know this. Know this. Okay, so let's focus on past continuous. It shows action that was already in progress. Yes, it was in progress at a certain time in the past. For example, what were you doing? What were you doing at 8 p.m. last night? I was studying. Specifically, yeah. It was a continuous action in the past. Yeah. Specifically at this hour, what were you doing? ¿Cómo formamos el past continuous? Well, simple. We need what and where, or where depending on the subject, plus the verb in ing. As simple as that. As simple as that, yeah. Si ponemos what or where, then it has to follow ing form. I was studying. This means that I started studying before 8 p.m. and I continue after 8 p.m. Yeah. The past continuous can also show that activity was in progress in a certain time for some time, not just for a moment. Yeah. For example, we were cleaning the house all morning. Toda la mañana, what were you doing all morning? I was cleaning the house, or we were cleaning the house. Aquí es where, porque estamos hablando de me and other people. Yeah, me and other people. Okay, let me erase that. Let's continue. I have a PowerPoint presentation as well, so I'm going to explain the PowerPoint presentation. When we make past continuous, was or were and the ing form of the verb. Yeah. Like I wrote the formula or this thing. She couldn't come to the party. She was working. 3 years ago, we were living in my hometown. Now we live in a different place. I tried to give him some advice from Tejo, but he wasn't listening to me. What were you doing at this time of the year, or this time last year? Okay, so here we have more past continuous and past simple. When we use these two tenses together, los podemos juntar. We use them together. Yeah, it shows that a past simple action happened in the middle of past continuous action while it was in progress. Okay, in other words, example, while I was studying, suddenly I fell asleep. Yeah, typical from students. I was studying at night and I fell asleep. De repente, ¿qué? ¿Otro? Me quedé dormido o I fell sleepy. Yeah. Okay, so we have another, we often use this sentence to show an action interrupting another, yeah, when there's an interruption, yeah. For example, I broke my leg, yeah, you know, do you understand this? I broke my leg while or when I was a kid. So what happened before? ¿Qué pasó primero? I was a kid, and then I broke my leg. Yes. As I was going to work, I saw an old friend. So I was walking, and then I saw this friend. Hello, sir. Hi, how are you? How are you, Mike? Oh yeah, long time no see. We were watching TV when the power went off. Typical here in Mexico, the light went off. Se fue la luz. The power went off. The power went off. We were watching television. Okay, then we have another. When the guests arrived, Jane was cooking dinner. So the moment the friends arrived, the guests, los invitados, she was preparing. Yeah, but you can put it in past simple, past simple. Puedes ponerlo en past simple y past simple. When the guests arrive, Jane cooked dinner. However, it's something different. Es algo un poco diferente, ¿no? Primero primero llegaron los invitados cuando Jane estaba cocinando en la primera, ¿ya? Ella estaba haciendo la cena, ¿ya? Y los invitados llegaron. The second one, la segunda, when the guests arrived, cuando llegaron los invitados, ella empezó a cocinar. Yeah. Jane started to cook. Yeah. So in this case, this happened first, and the other first action. Second. Y aquí es viceversa. First action in progress. Second action interrogative. Yeah. That's the main difference. Yeah. It's like series of events, the second one. The first one, it is an interrupted action. ¿Vale? Ok. Y bueno, aquí ya nada más dice do the grammar. Ahorita vamos a hacer el grammar. In the meantime, tengo también un PowerPoint presentation. Can you see my PowerPoint presentation? Let me turn off the camera.
Teacher, no se escucha bien, se escucha muy cortado. Sí, se traba mucho.
Ya me escucho mejor. Hello, hello, hello.
No.
Hi, ¿ya me escuchan mejor? Hello. Hello, hello. Hola. Can you hear me? ¿Pueden escucharme? Hello, guys. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
teacher.
¿Se escucha mejor o igual?
Mejor, teacher.
Ya mejor. Okay, perfect. I'm going to share this. Voy a compartirles esto, ¿no? I was feeling quiet, pleased with myself, then the problem started. So, number one is past continuous. Number two, it is past simple. I was feeling quiet, pleased with myself, then the problem started. Anxiety, no? La ansiedad, anxiety. Which verb tells us about the situation of the beginning of the story continues? Yeah. It is like the background. También se puede explicar como lo que pasó antes o el contexto. Yeah. I was feeling quiet with myself, then the problem started. Yeah, that's the context. And then the event of the story, what happened after. Yeah. Previously, something was happening, then other events happened. Okay, so we use the past continuous for context of the story, yeah, always context, and on the other side, we use past simple for event of the story, and we use past continuous for longer action, prolonged action, and we use past simple for shorter action. And we have here an explanation. The past simple is used to talk about finished actions in the past. The past continuous is used to describe an action in progress at a specific time, specific moment in the past. For example, here, what did you do yesterday? What were you doing at 6:30 yesterday? Yeah. You see, the second one is more specific. Yeah. The second one is more specific. In that time, yeah, what were you doing? What did you do yesterday? Well, I did the shopping in the morning, then I cooked lunch. After that, I watched TV for a while. In the evening, some friends came over and for dinner and visited me. Yes, that's asking for. And here I can just say, what were you doing at 18:30, 6:30 yesterday evening? I was reading a book. Yeah, we could say that. The past continuous tense is also to describe the background when we are narrating a story. For example, this is when we are making a story or in the book. Yeah. For example, we have here, it was a lovely morning. Matthew got out of bed and opened his bedroom window. The sun was shining and some birds were chirping in the street. Yeah? Here it is the context. The sun was shining, some birds were chirping. Yeah? This is describe the background, la historia previa. The past continuous and the past simple are often used together when we talk about an action already in progress, while a short action comes in the middle of it. No? While I was living in Rome, yes, for a time, I met a beautiful woman and my wife. While I was lying on the table, my husband was making dessert. This is a long action and a short action. And on the other side, we have two actions happening at the same time. I was explaining the grammar of past simple and my students were listening to me. Yeah, simultaneously two activities. 5 minutes ago, I was explaining the grammar and you were listening. Okay, then we have some activities here, but we want to vamos a hacer, en vez de esto vamos a hacer lo del sitio web que les expliqué, ¿vale? Estos 10 minutos que nos quedan, les voy a compartir el link de esta página. Aquí tenemos unos cuantos ejercicios. ¿Ya? So, quiero que lo hagan así. Dice Grammar Test 1 y Grammar Test 2. Están en la misma página.